What's good, people? Time for another Magic Man review. Alright, today we've got a very good book. It's a very small little book, very easy reading. And it was recommended to me, it was recommended by a guy named Maneko64. He's on YouTube. You should check out his channel if you're into finances and the way money works. And the reason I'm recommending this video is for a lot of the younger people out there these days, they don't really understand how inflation works. Nobody ever told them there was no such thing as Santa Claus. Okay, you just can't vote yourself a free meal like manna coming out of heaven. It doesn't work that way. All right, the more money you print up, the less value it's going to have, and that's what we have going on today in the Western world. In Britain, I'm not so sure about Germany, but I know in Britain and throughout the European Union in general, and the United States, Japan. You could kind of throw Japan in there with the Western world. They've been westernized. And they're just printing money up like it's no tomorrow. Let's see. A lot of the stuff gets put on like Democrats, but Democrats and Republicans just print up money. They make the money printer go burr. All right, just make it rain on the voters. And the voters, they vote for this stuff, okay? A lot of the younger crowd, they blame this, the inability to have affordable housing, good jobs. Cost of food is doubled, and they blame it. Well, this is the boomers' fault. It's the baby boomers. A lot of this stuff got put into place long before the boomers were even the voting age. Richard Nixon wasn't a boomer. LBJ wasn't a boomer. Okay, who else? Yeah, Kennedy wasn't a boomer, but they spent money like it was no tomorrow. They had the Vietnam War. They had Great Society. They had the space race. Nixon expanded welfare, and he was a Republican. All right, so a lot of these labels that get thrown around sometimes, they really don't have any meaning once you get down to brass tacks. So the boomers get blamed a lot of it, but it was in place. They didn't help, but it was in place before they were even a voting age. So quit throwing so much shade on the boomers. Y'all ain't never been drafted. All right, let's get to it. It's called Fiat Money. Fiat Money Inflation in France by Andrew Dickson White. And he gets into how the French, before the revolution and after the revolution, how they destroyed themselves by printing up money. And they had confiscated all the lands from the church during the revolution. They said, you know what, we're not, no more third estate? Can't remember which estate the church was. But the church was one of the estates in France. So they confiscated all the church property, which was substantial. And they sold it off, and they had like, what, $1 million or $1 trillion or something like that? They had ungodly amounts of money. And they just blew it. Which goes to show you, even if you raise taxes, if you squeeze the little guy, you rob the rich, you eat the rich, it'll never be enough. Because these politicians, they think they're deities. If you've ever driven around Washington, D.C., just take a look. You should do so. Take a little trip wherever you're at, and just drive around Washington, D.C. These people have taken your tax money and all the money they've gotten throughout the years, and they've built these giant Roman Greco temples as their office spaces. Back in the day, there would have been a statue of a deity in there. People came and worshipped. They built these giant, huge palaces. I forget. The worst one, I think, the one I remember the most was the EPA. They had like 8 freaking buildings. It's like, oh, there's another EPA building. We just passed one. They'll always spend the money. It's never enough. Never enough. But you'll get it if you pick up this book and you read it. Light's kind of bad. No matters. No worries. Pick up this book and read it. You can probably get it at the library. You can probably get it off of Amazon for a few bucks. It's a really good read. And you'll understand how inflation is created. It's a government thing for the most part. And people say it's a banker thing, but the bankers regulate the government regulates the bankers sometimes. But anyway, go ahead and pick up your self a copy of this book. Check it out. Oh, and check out Maneko64 too. He's a good guy. His channel is all about finance. So if you're not into finance, you might not like it. But if you want to educate yourself about how money works, it's really a good channel to educate yourself on one point of view of economic theory. He's more of an Austrian school of economics, but he's a fair guy, and he's been doing his thing for a while. I'm really happy to see him. He's got over 100,000 subscribers now, and he's a pretty guy. A lot of people have latched onto his channels and sometimes, and they used him to get big, and then they kind of branched off. It's like, oh, enough with you, Manny. But Maneko64, check him out. I'm gonna put a link in the description below for his channel, so y'all guys can check it out. Well, there's not much more I can say. Check this out to see how the money printer go burr. Just making it rain, baby, making it rain, making it rain on the taxpayers. They wonder why they can't afford a house. If you like these videos, make sure to subscribe and like. Helps me out with the algorithms. Got my coffee. It's a nice overcast day. All good in the world. Everything's groovy. Hope y'all have a good day. Until next time.